Hi everybody, it's Mrs. D. Happy Monday. I am going to read another story, and this is another story from the Cat in the Hat beginner book series. It's called The Digging-est Dog. And here is the cover. And you all should know what this is. This is the title, the cover, the author, Al Perkins. The author is the person who wrote all the words. And then down here is the illustrator, and that is the person who does all of the pictures, the illustrations. So front cover, title, and then this is the back cover. So again, this story is called The Digging-est Dog. Oop, look at this. There he goes. I was the saddest dog you could ever see. Sad because no one wanted me. The pet shop window was my jail. The sign behind me said, "For sale." Oh, look at his face. Does he look happy or sad? Sad. I was tied to a bare, hard floor of stone. I could not even dig for a bone. I was living all of my life alone, a dog that no one wanted to own. And then one day at 4:30, Sammy Brown came in the door. Sam took one look at me and cried, "Why are you tied up here inside?" Ooh, we heard this in the last book. What is it when the words sound the same? That means they rhyme. So there's also rhyming words in this story. So this is Sammy Brown, and he says, "Why are you tied up?" "I've always wanted a dog like you, so I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'll take you out to the farm with me. You'll play outdoors where you should be." I felt as happy as a pup when Sam paid the man and picked me up. He rubbed my ears, he scratched my head. "I think I'll call you Duke," he said. So now he paid and he owns the doggie, and he named him Duke. Duke the dog. He's going to take him home. Sam gave me a collar. He gave me a lead. We left that shop at tremendous speed. Oh, look at how has his face changed. In the beginning, he was sad, and now he looks super happy. We went a long way out of town. We came to the farm of Sammy Brown. It was the nicest place I'd ever seen, a pretty white house in a field of green. And in the shade of the apple tree, a special dog house just for me. So this is going to be his new family's house and his dog house. Next morning when Sam did his chores, he let me run and play outdoors. I'd never played outdoors before. I'd always lived on that hard floor. I'd never run on nice soft ground. Now I barked with joy as I ran around. Oh, look at on the farm. Here's some animals we see on the farm. You guys should know this one. A cow and the chickens. Sam looked at me and scratched his head. "Duke, you need some friends," he said. And he blew his whistle. He blew a blast, and many dogs came running fast. Oh boy, friends. I'd never met a dog before. Now I was meeting 6 or more. They walked around and looked at me. They looked me over carefully. Then at last I heard them say, He's one of us. He'll be okay. Yay, friends! One dog who wasn't very big suddenly began to dig. The others started digging too, but that was something I could not do. I'd never learned to dig in that store. How could I on that hard stone floor? Look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 doggies are digging. He doesn't think he can do it. See, I tried to dig. Alas, I couldn't. I wiggled my paws just wouldn't. I fell on my ear, I fell on my face. I fell on myself all over the place. The others said, Duke may be big, but he's no good. He cannot dig. They stuck their noses in the air. They walked away. They left me there. Aww. They don't want to be his friend because he can't dig. Is that nice? I don't think Duke liked that. I'll teach you, Duke, said Sammy Brown. I'll show you how to dig deep down. He crouched beside me with his hand. He dug a hole in a pile of sand. I tried it too, but still I couldn't. I wiggled my paws just wouldn't. I'd never learned to dig in that store. How could I on that hard stone floor? You think he'll figure it out? Let's see. Maybe you remember what the title is. Sammy sighed and I almost cried. My eyes and nose were full of dirt. My paws and claws and elbows hurt. I had a pain across my back. I knew I'd never get the knack. He's exhausted. And Sammy Brown looks frustrated. Sam felt sad. If only I could make him glad. We both knew I'd never get it right. Sam and I couldn't sleep that night. So when the sun rose in the sky, I thought I'd give it one more try. I wiggled one paw. I saw I could. I wiggled the other. I saw it would. I could dig with my paws. I could dig with my claws. I felt no pain across my back. I knew at last I had the knack. Oh, he's doing it. Sammy Brown looked out at me. He saw me digging happily. Good for you, Duke, Sammy cried. I knew you could do it if you tried. So I dug farther. I dug faster. I dug and dug to please my master. I dug up grass. I dug up weeds. I dug up daisies. I dug up seeds. I dug up the fence. I dug up the gates. I dug up the garden of Mrs. Thwaites. Uh-oh. You think that's a good idea? I dug up the rooster. I dug up the hens. I dug up the sheep and pigs in their pens. Uh-oh, now all the farm animals and Mrs. Thwaites, they don't look too happy. I dug and dug. I couldn't stop. I dug up the barber in his shop. I dug up Mr. Rodney Thayer sitting in the barber's chair. My goodness. I dug my way right through town. I dug a lot of buildings down. I was having so much fun. I dug up Highway 81. Oh boy. Went right through town, the farm, and now the highway. I came to a hill. I dug to the top, but all of the sudden I had to stop. Right in front of me, looking down, there stood my master, Sammy Brown. Uh-oh, he looks surprised. Ooh, and when someone stands with their hands on their hips like that, does that mean they're happy or maybe angry? And look what he's got. He's got the collar and the leash. Sam didn't smile or pat my head. He only glared at me and said, "I'm sending you back to that animal store. They'll tie you to that hard stone floor, and you'll never, never dig anymore." Oh, gonna take him back to the pet store? I couldn't run, I couldn't hide. Dog's cat came at me from every side. And then suddenly I knew there was just one thing for me to do. What is he gonna do? They're all mad. I ran away from Sammy Brown. I dug a hole that went straight down. I left him standing up on top. I dug and dug. I didn't stop. Here he goes, down, down, down. How deep I dug, I could not tell, but soon I found I dug a well. Mud and water up to my chin. What a fix I now was in. I started to sink. I started to yelp. "Help!" I yelped. "Help, help, help, help!" Here's the water. I could hear them way above my head. I could hear every word they said. One dog growled, "He wrecked our town. This serves him right. Just let him drown." But Sam cried, "Duke, you've been bad. You've made me sad instead of glad. But we're not going to let you die. We'll get you out. At least we'll try." So Sammy Brown doesn't want to leave him down there. He wants to save him. I hope they can. Then, at last, I heard him shout, "Maybe we can pull you out." Oh, look it. They're making a chain, and they're biting each other's tails, and then I'm going to see if they can go down and get them. Slowly, slowly, down they came, each dog part of a long dog chain. I reached up, I touched a nose, I felt them lift me by my toes. Slowly, slowly, bit by bit, they dragged me up out of the pit. Here they go. I thanked the dogs and Sammy Brown. Then I started back toward town. I knew I had to dig once more to fix things up as they were before. Oh, remember everybody's mad up in town? They have sad faces on. So he's going to dig to fix things back as they were before. Let's see how he does that. That's what I did. I dug back gates. I dug back the garden of Miss Thwaites. I dug back the roosters and the hens. I dug back all the pigs and their pens. I dug all in the summer sun. I dug back Highway 81. I dug back everything in town, everything that I knocked down. So he fixed everything. Today when I dig, well, I'm careful now. I'm useful too. Sam lets me plow. He'll never send me to that store or tie me up on a hard stone floor. My dog friends watch and wonder why they can't dig as well as I. And there's Duke, the big smile, and there's Sammy Brown and his dog friends, and they all happy. The end. There's another picture. How'd you like the Digging-est Dog? It's funny. He gets very sad thinking he can't do something, but then he keeps trying and he tried, and he was able to do it. And then he got a little out of control, but he fixed his mess. And that's pretty cool that he was able to learn from his mistake. I bet you may know an animal that digs into the ground. Maybe you have a dog that digs. My dog just digs on the couch or on my bedspread. She's not really digging a hole, but she likes to scratch with her paws. Little BB. All right, so I want you to hang in there. I will be sending another story out later in the week. And I hope if you're seeing this today, which is Monday, the 22nd, that you can join us tomorrow on our Google meeting and that we could see some faces and some smiles. Okay, friends. See you later. Bye-bye.